Miss Moore,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband, ex-husband, we have a mutually beneficial agreement with our children where he keeps them at night and I keep them during the day.
Okay.
But my job no longer allows me to stay home with them during the day, and I would like for them to go to daycare now during the day, and he does not want them to.
Okay. How old are the children?
2 years and 18 months.
Okay. And you already picked out the daycare you want them to go to and everything like
Yes.
that? How much is it?
It is $500.
In a quiet courtroom, Miss Moore takes a stand, torn by a dilemma that's pulling her family apart. Her job is shifting, her routine is changing, and now her children are caught in the middle. She and her ex-husband had a plan, but life has other ideas. She wants daycare. He refuses. But why? And how far will she go to fight for what she believes is best for her babies? As the judge leans in, listening closely, tensions rise. But it's his flat-out refusal to even consider daycare that turns this case from a disagreement into a full-blown showdown.
Both children?
For one child, so it's $1,000 a month for both children.
Oh, okay.
It's a nationally accredited daycare.
Okay. That's not bad for 2 kids. What's your opposition to that?
Well, I don't think they should be in daycare. I think she should stay with them like we originally planned. I didn't get a chance to check out the daycare. I just would rather them stay with her mom or one of our family members.
Okay. Did you let him know which daycare?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
He was invited to go meet the teachers and do the tour, but he opted not to go.
The tension mounts as the judge turns to the father for answers. But what she hears is shocking. He hasn't visited the daycare. No tour. No meeting with teachers. No effort at all. Yet is ready to shut it all down. Miss Moore is stunned. The judge is skeptical. And just when you think his excuses can't get any weaker, he drops a bombshell. Germs. Yes, that's his defense. Germs. The courtroom gasps. But stay tuned, because what he says next might flip this entire case upside down.
So you did have an opportunity to go?
I was invited, but I don't really want my kids in that daycare. I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs. For starters,
this courtroom is full of germs.
Okay, but children germs, they're next level.
Okay, do they disinfect the daycare?
I don't know that.
They do.
Right, you don't know. So you haven't even had the opportunity, you haven't taken the opportunity to try to do any kind of research.
Okay.
But the fact that there are germs at the daycare, I mean, that's not a good enough reason why you don't want them in there.
I would rather them be with family, people we know.
He insists daycare is dangerous. Too many germs, he says. But when the judge presses him for proof, he has nothing. No visits. No research. No facts. Just fear. The courtroom falls silent until Miss Moore breaks it. With steady anger in her voice, she delivers a revelation. This isn't about daycare. It's about control. His fear isn't parental. It's personal. And as her frustration boils over, the cracks in their relationship begin to show. Then, like a bomb dropping, she exposes a secret that could change the entire case and the way the judge sees everything. Stay tuned. The truth is about to hit harder than anyone expected.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
I'm a doctor. I'm around germs all day. This is one reason that we did not work out.
It's a big problem.
My ex-husband is a germaphobe, and he feels like if the children aren't kept in a bubble basically all day, that something terrible is going to happen to them. But that's no reason. That's no way for these kids to live. And I have to go save lives every day while he just sits in his living room, hermetically sealed off living room.
That's dramatic.
Well, it's not that dramatic. What's dramatic is he wouldn't even show up for this tour at the daycare so he could see that it is a clean daycare. It's nationally accredited. Also, our children would have loved to have seen you.
Is Joe a cautious parent or a full-blown bubble builder? Miss Moore lays it bare. His obsession, his control, his refusal to even show up for his own children. And now, in open court, he's being called out. But the real test comes when he speaks. Will he defend himself or prove her right? The judge watches closely. Emotions flare. And then Joe admits how he really feels about being in this courtroom. This isn't just a parenting dispute anymore. It's a collision of values, fear, and control. And what he confesses next may shock everyone.
Okay, look, with all due respect, I don't even want to be in this courtroom, Your Honor.
I can understand that. Sometimes I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
So,
but I'm here. I'm here for the kids, and I would prefer if they weren't in a daycare, if they were at one of our family members, where we can give them special instructions on cleaning and what the children need to stay healthy.
Well, I definitely understand, and I agree. In a lot of cases, it is good for the children to be around a family member and everything like that.
I don't want to be here. His words cut through the courtroom, cold, dismissive. He insists it's not about ego, but about protecting the children. But Miss Moore, standing tall, fires back. She's here because she has to be. Because someone needs to fight for these kids. While he clings to comfort, she demonstrates sacrifice. The contrast couldn't be sharper. The judge leans forward, nodding slowly, weighing every word. The tension is thick. Can these two ever agree on what's best for their children? Stay tuned, because what the judge says next might just change the entire direction of this case.
However, age 2 years old, and what was the other age?
18 months.
18 months. I mean, it's nothing wrong with them going to school already. You do want them to start learning a lot of things. You just do. There are some things that you guys are not going to be able to teach them at home. Not that you can't, it's just you may not have the time to do it. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea, but I do think it's a good idea for you to go and speak to the teachers, look around the daycare, see about the cleanliness of it and everything like that. And you guys should just work together and co-parent.
2 years old, 18 months, still babies, yet ready to learn. The judge leans in, voice steady with wisdom. Early education, she explains, isn't just about care. It's about growth. Not just play, but preparation for life. She urges both parents to look past pride and fear, to act together, not apart. But will logic prevail, or will raw emotion take control? As the scales of justice tip, a new question filled the room. How do you put a price on peace? The answer is coming, and it's one neither parent expected.
You guys keep doing your agreement where you have your time with the children, and you keep rotating like that. Nobody should pay child support in this type of situation. But what I will do to make sure that daycare does get paid is that you guys split it. So $1,000, you pay $500, you pay $500. And it's going to go through the Attorney General of Texas, and that's just the best way to do it, because that at least ensures that the children's daycare is paid for month to month.
No child support, just cooperation. A rare ruling. Fair, firm, and focus on the kids. The judge makes it clear, daycare costs will be split 50-50. No debate, no drama. For a moment, it feels like the war is cooling down until the father snaps. He lashes out, furious at paying for something he never wanted. It's unfair, he argues. She makes more. But the judge isn't having it. What comes next is the ultimate reality check, one that strips away excuses and exposes the truth. And in the final clip, you'll see just how deep this divide really runs.
But now I'm paying for the daycare that I don't want them to go to, and I have them at night. She's supposed to be responsible for the day. If they were in night care, I would pay for it, and I just don't see how this is fair. She makes 3 times as much money as I do.
Right, but you guys have been splitting the children, right? You've been splitting the children, and it's not a bad idea. And honestly, that's a very reasonable cost for 2 children at a daycare, because a lot of times, especially the younger a child is, the 18-month-old, it could be more expensive than that. And I think that's fair.
Fairness, that's the new battleground. He argues is on nights, she's on days. So why should he pay for her schedule? The numbers don't lie. She makes more. But the judge isn't swayed by dollars alone. She cuts through the noise with one sharp reminder. This isn't about you. It's about the children, their care, their future. Still, the father won't back down. Frustrated, cornered, his voice rises. The courtroom grows tense. And just when it feels like the case is wrapping up, the judge drops a question that hits like a gavel strike. You think this case is over? Not even close. The ending will leave everyone stunned.
Or, I could base, let me see, how much money you make a year? Let's see. Your document says $62,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like for me to base child support that you pay her off of $62,000 a year? Because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
Then no.
Okay, well, in that case, is there anything further between either
No,
of you?
Your Honor. Thank you.
That'll be all? That'll be all from you? Okay, where you all are dismissed.
$62,000. That's his income. And now the judge lays down the choice. Pay $500 a month or face full-blown child support calculated on his salary. The room falls silent. He knows what that means. And so does she. In the end, he agrees. The gavel comes down. The decision is final. But this case leaves behind more than just a verdict. It's a reality check on what co-parenting truly demands. Respect, compromise, and the courage to show up even when it's hard. If this courtroom battle hit home, like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in the judge's seat?